Hey, everybody. This is LT doing a read for you guys. Now, my pick three or pick a card thing look a little crazy because, like, I can't put all my cards here. Okay, so please don't judge me. Okay, but pick one, pick two, or pick three. This is one, this is two, and this is three. Okay. So basically, I wanted to do a daily message so you guys can get a quick read, okay, and see what your spiritual team is actually trying to tell you about your life and what you need to know today, okay? This could not, I mean, the way that this works is that it could be applicable for a while, okay? Um, it could be applicable for a while, but it's on you. All right, so if you pick one, this is it. And again, you got one, two, or three. Figure out which one resonate with you. Again, I couldn't really show y'all on here because I don't have enough room on my video. Oh, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. So anyway, so if you got this card here, your spiritual team is telling you like it is time for a video version. Yeah. Spirit is saying that it's time for a spiritual awakening. Okay, it's really huge for that. I feel like what's being called to you is like to make a major change. Like sometimes like you keep living in the same energy and like you want things to change. And sometimes it's not what you're doing on the physical, it's what you're doing on the inner, right? So your spiritual team is telling you like, okay, it's time for a spiritual awakening. It's time for you to kind of look at things differently. So like if you chose this message, your spiritual team is telling you like look at ways that you can have a spiritual awakening. Look at ways that you can have more of like this connection with your spiritual team, this connection with your ancestors, right? Because a lot of people, a lot of people like staying in the norm, but your spiritual team is telling you like it's time to change. I feel like you're ready for a change, is what your spiritual team is saying. So this card here is called the Atlantis Scripture, if I'm saying that right. And so when you get this card, it says that like if you get this crystal or whatever, it symbolizes greatness in Atlantis. It's only the high priest and priestess were privileged enough to work with them. So this is a high priestess um, crystal. So I would say even if you can't find this particular crystal, like if you willing to work with crystals, maybe get a crystal that helps you like your third eye, or a crystal that's good for your crown chakra, because this is a crystal that this Atlantis scripture is a crystal for that, right? So yes, we're just saying that this crystal assists you to awaken fully to your healing abilities and the spiritual wisdom of your soul, aligning you to those potent gifts. So it's saying that you have a lot of gifts that you're just not tapping into. Like they're saying, look for crystals that activate your healing abilities, because you do have that. If your spiritual team is like drawn, I mean, if you was drawn to this particular card or number one, like this is like telling you like you have the healing abilities like this. When I first was learning my gifts, like the one thing I knew that I was a psychic. I was like, I'm psychic. I used to say that jokingly because I used to get so many messages through my dreams. Then I realized that my real true superpower is like I'm a healer. If you ever have a conversation with me, like I have a healing energy. I heal through like understanding. Hey, I heal through like love, right? And so if you chose this particular card, your spiritual team or number, your spiritual team is telling you like it's time to have a spiritual awakening. Like it's time to do something different. Actually, this card said you have attracted this card as your healing abilities and psychic gifts are deepening to a whole new level. The priest and priestess from Atlantis are connecting to you from the past to offer you new gifts. So your spiritual team is actually saying like for those people who chose number one that you had new gifts. It said it is possible you were a healer in Atlantis, or you're now traveling into the future to your present self. It says you will have a deep knowing in your heart if you have been in Atlantis, and will feel it in every cell of your being. If not, know that another being has come forth to offer you this medicine. Either way, you're being given a range of powerful healing abilities to integrate into your soul. So it's basically you getting this card is saying like it's time to really like level up. You know, like you having a spiritual awakening, it's time for you to really like level up your energy. You know, so, I mean, with that being said, it's like, how do you do that? First of all, you got to start, like I said, you got to start meditating. You got to start working on healing because you have healing abilities. Like if you've been having this need, like you've been, I say this, people who've been like deeply wounded, um, and have a lot of traumas, they usually are the people who can heal. And the reason why, hey, thank you. But, but yeah, so it's like people like if you've been through a lot of trauma, this is your time to really heal and to help other people. Like when I used to go to church or whatever, I remember people would say like, "You're going through that because you're meant to help somebody else," and I was like, "I don't want to go through this to help somebody else. Like I want my own purpose within that." You get what I'm saying? And like I do think that God can use you. I know this is like end up being spiritual, but this supposed to be a daily message, okay? I do think that God can use you to the point that you what you've been through could be your money maker. Like that could be your book. You know, we got a lot of authors on our channel. That could be your new book. That could be your new self-love project, right? So it's like your spiritual team is really saying like, okay, yeah, you got a shift and you got a shift in reality and it's all about like you having this big spiritual awakening. Um but I feel like it's like helping you're like it's you healing, it's you helping other people. So let me give you some more messages that your spiritual team wants you to know outside of that. But with that, you got to be careful with people that you allow in your energy because spirit is saying someone in your energy is behaving stupidly. Okay, so that's keeping you from your spiritual awakening because you're actually paying attention to things that are no longer serving you. Also, they're letting you know it's time to work. It's time to put in that hard work if you chose number one. Um, with the claw card here, it says be careful, do not take risks. So you want to make sure that you're careful with your energy here as well, because like if you having this beautiful, deep energy of like a spiritual awakening, like you're gonna, you know what always happen when you have spiritual awakenings, you always have something that actually tries to stop you, honestly. Like you have so many adversities. You be like, why is there so many adversities here when all I'm trying to do is just heal myself? And that's just how it is. Some people like it's the devil, but is it really the devil, or is just like your spiritual team is like knowing that you can handle this situation and is making you keep pushing, right? Also, like if you had like some type of dream, something that you've been working on, like spirit is telling you that it's time to act right here. And then you have the getting together with friends. Like you need to hang out with friends. Like you don't need to be in the house all the time. You don't need to be like, oh, I'll hang out with them later. Like your spiritual team is saying, like your healing comes from like getting together with friends. Okay, so that's the first one. Let's. If you pick number two, woo, this is number two. So the card you have is an energizer and it's communication. So this card is telling you like, okay, it's time for you to start like you're opening up your communication now. Now this card to me looks like I mean that crystal to me look like selenite. Selenite is good for cleansing out energy, but if you are also like having communication issues, the crystals I would get is lapis. I would get I can't think of solanite or sodalite or soda something. Look it up, sodanite or solanite. I would get those two crystals because they're good for your like throat chakra, right? So like to sometimes we don't want to talk to people, and so we get in that energy like, okay, we don't I don't want to talk, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, and that's actually stopping you from your blessing. Okay, because your spiritual team is telling you like it's time to really like speak your mind. So The message that come from this crystal says we have called this crystal into your awareness as it is important time for communication. There is something in your life right now that you are not expressing, and it is affecting your overall well-being. It says it is very important to practice good communication to maintain a healthy throat chakra and to feel free and confident in yourself. It says when you suppress, manipulate, and hold back the sharing of your thoughts and feelings, it can cause you and your relationship a world of confusion and create misunderstanding and conflict. It says you may find you sometime hold back from saying what you truly feel to avoid hurting people's feelings. It says the possibility of being rejected or because of a fear of conflict, right? So your spiritual team is saying like it's time for you to stop holding back your energy just because you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a nice way to say things. See, if you be like me, like if I hold back my energy a lot. Like I don't say everything I think, but sometimes like if you keep pushing, like if a person just keep pushing me, then I end up going like a big bad lion. Okay, and your spiritual team is saying, look, it's time to start communicating. You got to start opening up your mouth and saying how you feel. You can say it with niceness, with kindness, or whatever, but it's time for you to really just open up. Is what they're saying. Another card here you got that's coming towards you is that you have a romance coming towards you. You're gonna find yourself celebrating. Like you may meet this person at a party, but your spiritual team is saying like you got to be able to communicate in this romance. Okay. You also got a cup. It says that you should accept valid criticism. So somebody may be trying to criticize you, but they're only trying to help you. Your spiritual team is saying you should accept valid criticism. Okay. Another thing you have is a lobster, and it says it's a financial pinch. A financial pinch to me is just like you watching your money. That's it. Like you may be overly spending, and your spiritual team is telling you don't overly spend. Watch your money, pay attention to your money here. They also are letting you know like it's time for you to get back to the basics. You don't have to keep doing new stuff, trying to reinvent the wheel. It's time for you to get back to the basics here. And then the next card you have here is a chain, and it says that a chain of events that will affect your life. Okay, so you got some things that are going to affect you. And let's do the last card. If you chose number 3, okay? Number 3 is the godmother of Crystal Deva. Now I've never heard of that card, but of that crystal, but it says a miracle healing. So I feel like if you've been asking your spiritual team for a miracle, you're about to get it. Okay, it's a blessing with your name on it. Like your spiritual team is like they are basically saying that we hear you. Okay, we hear you loud and clear. So it's time for you to accept this miracle healing. Like start acting as if this miracle healing is coming towards you. Like I always tell y'all, be a little delusional, because being a little delusional actually helps you manifest more things in your life. So be a little delusional. But if you've been asking for a miracle, whatever, if it's a miracle within your mind, body, soul, whatever you're going through, your spiritual team is saying like a miracle is coming your way. Um, and let me tell you what this card is. This message that from this card is saying. It says, "Grandmother Crystal Deva has heard your prayers for healing and is offering you her medicine." It says you give so much to many people, and now is your time for you to receive back the goodness you so graciously give to others. Grandmother Crystal Deva is the overseer of the crystal kingdom and holds within her the medicine of all crystals. It says this healing that is offered to you is on all levels, mind, but I just said mind, body, and soul, mind, body, and spirit. It says feeling unwell or enduring sickness can be caused by blocks and range of different energy bodies. And it says this medicine dissolve anything held with the emotions, mental, and spiritual or physical bodies. It says it is time to heal at the deepest level, and the miracle healing is offered to you from the highest form of love possible. So like this is definitely, like I said, it's for those people who've been praying for a miracle and you actually start to get this miracle that's coming towards you. Also, this is what else is coming towards you. Okay, you got a vacation. Where y'all going? Where y'all taking me? So you got a vacation coming towards you. Your spiritual team is telling you like it is time to go out and have fun here. You may be breaking up with somebody. Okay, it says part in other ways, either romance or business. You also got victory in some endeavors. Okay, and then you have a fair man. It says dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair, or just a light skin pale guy that is coming your way. Okay. So I would love to know what number you chose in the comments. I would love to know if this message resonate for you. Let me know. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I also want to thank you guys for watching my video. You guys have a good day. Thank you. Bye.